Lappy, what has the week been like for the team with, all the days in between the games here?
Well, good practice on Tuesday, and yesterday was a workout, and we all went to lunch for lunch at the Shelby, which was great, just to get away from the rink a little bit. And good practice today, and you know what? They're in the same boat as us. It's a would I like to play Wednesday? Probably, and I'm sure he would have liked to play Wednesday too, but that's our reality. We got to wait, got to do the best out of it, heal a little bit of injuries here and there, or bruises if you want, and they're in the same boat, so it's even, it's an even playing field, I guess.
Not uncommon for the intensity to just get cranked up from one game to the next to the next. Do you expect more of the same for Game 4?
Who knows? Playoffs, I'm a big believer that there's no momentum, there's no carryover from game to game. It's all games are different. That series could have been easily 2-1 for them, and it's been tight. And I'm expecting tight games. Physicality is probably going to be part of it. Is it going to go out of hand? Who knows? I don't think so, but we'll be ready for anything. So for us, it's to be ready when the puck drop tomorrow and give our best effort and see what happens.
What is with the shorthanded goals? The penalty kill has been great, but the shorties too, and that's been a big factor in this series.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why, and good bounce going our way, and that's what I'm talking about. The games could have went one way or the other, and it's not like they're giving up much 5-on-5, and we were able to, take advantage of their breakdown on the PK, and that's playoffs, and you got to take advantage, especially when you play the champs. Not only the champs of last year, the champs of the past 2 years. So they won't give you much, and we were able to take advantage of their little mistakes that they're making. And trust me, they're not making too many, so we better take advantage. Like I told you before, we need to beat them at their own game. That's what they do. You don't have much against them, and you have to take advantage. You don't want to give them much because they will take advantage of your mistakes.
Cal Petersen coming in a really tricky spot there, middle of the second period, and what can you say about him and what he accomplished?
I wasn't worried. I've been telling you guys, and he's been one of our leader here, and I went with Parker because Parker was hot at the end of the year. He was winning game for us, and to be fair to Parker and the team, and Cal was coming back from an injury, and now he's welcoming the challenge, and he went in there, and the people got to realize it's hard to do. You've been sitting on the bench, you haven't played in a while, you didn't play against Wilkes-Barre, didn't play against Hershey, but the guy's a great pro. He worked in practice, and he was ready when his number was called, and he was called, and he looked great.
When you have energy like we've had in the building for our home games, how does that affect you as a player?
I don't know as a player, but I know as a coach it does affect you. It's great. I love it. The Valley has been pushing with us, and since last year. Last year we had great fans, and even 2 years ago, I was disappointed 2 years ago when we played Charlotte 3 games over there, and they had 2,500 people. I know how our fans are, and now especially the Flyers not in, and Reading's done too. So people are coming from north, south, whatever, east, west, and they're all coming in. It makes a big difference. I remember as a player when you feel the fans behind you. They push you, but you have to stay in control, and that's been my biggest message with our team this year is we have to stay in control and stay in the moment, and I think our team's been doing a pretty good job so far.
When you talk about staying in the moment, noticed before Game 2, down 1-0. Guys are loose, ready to go. Yeah. Seems today here in practice, sort of the same. I mean, guys are loose, but working hard and bringing the right mentality.
Yeah, and it carries into games. You can't go, it's easy to say, and I've heard that since I'm a little guy playing the game, you can get too high or too low, but it's true. It's a cliche for a reason. The teams that stay composed and stay in the moment, and even if they're down a goal, 2 goals, or they're up a goal, 2 goals, they don't change. And again, it starts with me, but for me, I'm lucky to have a great leadership group, with Wilson and Rodrigo and Belpedio and all those guys that follow, because I can't say so much. They have to lead by example, and they're doing a hell of a job.
I guess is that evenness kind of the message going forward to, appreciate the size of this moment, but not let it get too big.
That's the thing. You have to stay in the moment. I know people are like, what does he mean? Well, you can't think too far ahead. You have to think about your next shift. Like today, it was practice, be as good as you can be. Tomorrow, come to morning skate. If you need to go out there, go out there. If you don't. As long as you're ready when the puck drop, and you really do have to stay in the moment. I know people are like, wait, but it's a sport thing. It's not only in hockey. If you put your brain too far, you'll get in trouble. You just have to stay in the moment.